Jones. It's nice to meet you. My name's Katie. How are you doing this afternoon?
Hi, Katie. It's nice to meet you, too. I'm doing all right. How about yourself?
I'm doing pretty well. Thanks for asking. So what brings you in today, Ms. Jones?
Well, my doctor referred me to you. I've been having some health issues, and he thinks that adjusting my diet and losing some weight could help resolve some of them.
Okay. Can you tell me a little bit more about the health issues that you're experiencing?
Well, my doctor is worried about my blood glucose levels. He says that they're pretty high and considers me to be pre-diabetic.
Okay. And how did you feel when you heard that news?
Not great. I know my eating habits aren't the best, but it's just so hard to get motivated to change them.
Yeah, I completely understand. So what are some of the things that you feel are preventing you from having the motivation for making those changes?
Well, I just feel stuck in my ways, and I don't see what I could do differently to make a healthier diet work. There's just no time to take care of myself that way. Mornings are always hectic because I have to get my kids up and off to school, so I don't have time to make a good breakfast. I usually just eat a granola bar on the way to work. Then I work a full-time job in an office, so I'm pretty sedentary and usually just eat a quick meal at my desk for lunch. By the time I come home from work, my kids and husband are starving. But my husband doesn't help at all with the groceries or cooking, so it's up to me to take care of dinner. I'm usually just so burnt out by that point that I get fast food for all of us so I don't have to bother with the hassle of preparing a meal and listening to everyone complain about how hungry they are while I cook it.
Wow, Mrs. Jones, that sounds like you're saying your life is super busy and you have to make sure that everyone else is taken care of at home and at work. And it sounds like you're really frustrated because it's up to you to make meals for everyone without a lot of support from the rest of your family. And that all just kind of makes you feel skeptical of how you could possibly change that routine to make it make more time for yourself and to make meals that are healthier.
Yes, exactly. It's incredibly frustrating and defeating. I know I should probably make some adjustments eventually, but I just don't know where to start.
Yeah, I can totally understand why that type of environment would make changing your eating habits seem so overwhelming. How would you feel about gradually incorporating some small changes into your daily routine so that the process doesn't seem as overwhelming?
That sounds manageable. But what if I'm not able to stick to them consistently? I've had difficulties following diet-related plans in the past.
I understand it can feel very discouraging when past plans don't work out the way you expect. But it sounds to me like you're a very driven, successful woman who is capable of accomplishing great things. So my hopes are that if we make this plan tailored specifically to you so that it feels empowering rather than defeating. So does that sound like something that you'd be interested in pursuing?
Yes, that sounds great.
Okay, great. So what if we start by focusing on improving the quality of one meal per day? Does that sound reasonable?
Yeah, I think I can manage that.
Okay, awesome. Is there a particular meal that you feel is a little bit more flexible than the others that would be easier to make changes to the routine?
Well, lunch would probably be the easiest since that's the one meal of the day that I don't have to be worried about feeding anyone else.
That sounds like a great idea. Can you kind of describe to me in detail what a typical lunch looks like for you?
Well, I usually just get a microwave dinner from the employee lounge because I don't take the time to go upstairs to our cafeteria and eat the food that they prepare fresh. Some days I'm just too busy to take that time out of my day. Then I'll usually have some sort of chocolate bar or prepackaged cupcake from the vending machine to satisfy my sweet tooth.
Okay. Can you tell me a little bit more about that cafeteria and the food that they have there?
Yeah, they have a pretty big variety that changes from day to day. They always serve the typical home-style foods like hamburgers, chicken patties, fries, and stuff like that. They also have a station that serves fitness-friendly meals that vary daily. I've seen them serve some pretty interesting dishes with steamed vegetables, grilled chicken or fish, and all kinds of other healthy stuff. They also have a salad bar that's pretty awesome. Or extensive.
Well, it sounds like your cafeteria is a pretty good resource then. Is it feasible for you to take some time out of your busy day to go upstairs and eat some fresh food prepared there?
Some days I probably could, but other days it's just so busy that I can't take 30 or 40 minutes away from my work. But now that I think about it, they do have a to-go option that I could take advantage of. That way I could still get a healthy meal, but eat it at my desk so I don't have to take as much time away from my work.
I think that sounds like a great solution. Good thinking, Mrs. Jones. So how do you feel about setting a goal to make at least 4 of the 5 lunches in your work week from the cafeteria?
That sounds completely reasonable. I don't think I'll have any trouble sticking to that plan.
Great, I'm so glad to hear that. I'd like to ask you to keep a food log of all the lunches that you eat at work between now and when we meet again in 3 weeks, just so we can kind of keep track of your progress with this goal. So that just requires you to write down what you ate and drank along with approximate portion sizes of the food. And I know you're so busy and that it might not be easy to write that down right when you're eating a meal, but another option that you could take is taking a picture of whatever you have for lunch before you eat it, and then later in the evening when you get a free moment, just writing down in the food log what you specifically ate. Is that something you'd be willing to do?
Yes, I can definitely do that.
Awesome. Well, thanks so much for your time today, Mrs. Jones. It was so great to meet you, and I really look forward to seeing you again in 3 weeks.
Thank you, Katie. It was great meeting you too. See you in a couple weeks.